Shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel, I want to start this by giving all honor, all praise, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash. That's who this world so ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. I want to give double honors to the elder of the men of Israel, Elder Kazak, who teaches well and who rules well. I want to give double honors to the elders across the four corners of the globe, starting with the elders of GMS from Elder Tahar on down. I want to give salutations to the brothers that are the hopeful elect. And I want to give a shout out to the brothers that are of the speckled bird, causing confusion among the heathen while having the facade of the heathen, because we are not the black Hebrew Israelites. All right. This is going to be a video just expounding on some of the topics that the brothers was going into during this past camp. And we just going to jump straight into it.
It's fit for the Lord. And Yahweh Shai, he said that. He said,
right here. When the brother Eliah is going to start right here.
He said, Yahweh Shai said, had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me. Yahweh Shai himself had to say that because he knew the generation he was amongst, man. Right. Like the brother said, he knew it.
Right. So what the brother Eliah was getting at is this right here, because our people don't listen worth a damn, and they were going into how when Moses came down from the mountain, he had to put a veil over his face so the people could listen to him, but ultimately they're not going to listen, but going into the 2/3 of today, those same spirits are here, man. So look, this is John 5:44. How can ye believe which receive honor of another and seek not the honor that cometh from Yahweh only? Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuseth you, even Moses, in whom ye trust. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words? And then the elder is going to back him up and come and say, because Yahweh Shai is saying this because he came as the word literally. Well, let's go back to the video. All right.
Congregation that was amongst, he knew that it would be third and fourth generation that hate him. Y'all don't love Yahweh Shai, y'all love Jesus.
Right. What's the scripture? If the world hated you, see John 15:18, and that's right, man, because the world does hate us, man. Why? For Yahweh Shah's sake, man. Right? Look. So look, this is John 15:16. Or, I started 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should go forth, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, that your fruit shall remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. Verse 17. These things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. You see? If the world hates you, ye know it hated me before it hated you. Because Yahweh Shai was despised, man. Even amongst his own people. And we're going to get into that too. Right? Alright, see, if verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, I have chosen you out of the world. Therefore the world hated you. So the world is going to hate the men that are on the streets, on the highways and byways, not in the churches. They're going to hate these men. Why? Because we bring out the truth of the world, man. We bring out the truth of the world. Whether we going against Esau or niggas or other nations, anybody can catch it. Anybody can catch it, Anybody can catch the sword, man. Anybody can. And they hate that. Like, imagine you go to if the pastor was teaching this in the church, man. You can't teach this in the church. Why? Because he's not going to teach, you can't be gay. You know what I'm saying? or the Lord is going to destroy your ass. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach that. Why? Because he's going to lose money. He's going to lose revenue. You can't teach don't eat pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he's going to lose revenue. He's going to lose money. They're wicked. You know? Why? Because the church is a business. We're not running a business here, man. You know? So these people, these 2/3 of our people that has to die, that won't receive, that hate us, that's where they dwell. That's where they love it. They like it. They want some more of it. Why? Because they can do any old thing within it, man. See, within the truth, man, there are rules and regulations that you got to stick by. You know? That's why the scripture says that his own received him not, man. And they're not going to receive it because they want to heap into their own lust, man. They're not going to receive it. They don't want to. Shit, when they get out of church, they going to go get a seafood boil from the Cajun au jour spot, whatever the fuck, Cajun du jour, whatever the hell it's called down here in the South. I don't even know what the spot is called in my hometown. But they going to go get seafood boils, man. They going to eat pork, man. They going to go eat all of that abomination, man. Calamari, the octopus, and all this crazy old shit, man. Oysters and mussels and shit. Man, you sucking the juice out of fucking oyster, man. I could throw up, man. Shit literally fucking make me sick, man. You know? And y'all niggas are laden in iniquity, man. And y'all gotta die for this, bro. You know? But this is what the elder was hitting on, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be hated. We're going to be. Why? Because we're not of the world. And we're not living like we of the world. Because we're not. We're trying our best to strive for the perfection and walk after Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. So that we can be saved in that day. You know? Right, here we go.
Now we know Yahushua is true. Because we come to our own month, he knew that it would be third or fourth generation that hate him.
Right.
Y'all don't love Yahushua, y'all love Jesus. Then this is how we know Yahushua is true. Because we come to our own with Yahushua and he's neglected. But if we came to our own with Jesus, he's accepted. So this is how we know Yahushua. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua is the truth. That's right. Because we're not accepted by the world when we teach this. That's right. So we know it's true and we hold on to it. Matter of fact, that's the end of the statement that Yahushua made. He said, had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. That's right. Right? So those that truly claim to know the scriptures, you should see Yahushua all throughout it, man. And then how did he write of him? John 1, the word became flesh. Right. The word became flesh. The word became flesh. What Moses had teach and wrote down for the children of Israel, it became flesh. And he didn't die to do away with it. He died for the sacrifice of the elect. He came on earth through the word to show the Israelites we can do it. We can do it. Yeah, we may fall short, but we can do it. That's what he was set on earth for. He wasn't set on earth for y'all to keep sinning and do away with the law. You know, he was set on earth for an example. Like, look, disciples, I did the law. Y'all can do it. And you know what? Since I gotta go, Lord, don't destroy all Israel. Let me save the elect saved. That's what he died for. He didn't die for the world to keep sinning and not living by the law. You Christians lost your goddamn mind. Really, Christians lost your goddamn mind. Really, though. Lost your goddamn mind. People, they live in they're like, oh, well, he gonna forgive it. Yeah, he loved the sinner too. Yeah. No, he doesn't. Why would he love the sinner if you over there you doing things he don't like? Why would he love the sinner when he made the law? Law is transgressed. The sin is transgressing of the law. So he made a law for a reason. He made a law for us to abide by it. So he don't love sin. Fucking niggas. Go ahead, brother.
Because you made the statement, Yahweh Shai came as the law. Because Christianity uses that he came as the law.
So Salakim. So before he goes into that, let's go and get what the elder was bringing out, and when he said that he came as the Word and the Word became flesh. You find that right here in John 1:1, right? All right. So look. All right. So look. This is John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Okay. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and life was the light of men. And the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Right? So look. So this is saying, the script is saying all the way back in the beginning. Right? So this script right here, like this right here, right? In the beginning, where it says God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was up on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. All right, so look, when it says in the beginning God, that word God right there in the Paleo Hebrew, that should be the Elohim, meaning the powers, and that, who are the powers? That's talking about Yahweh Shai and those angels, man, and those elect that helped him create the world. They were there. Those angels were there, man. Okay, right? And if that's not the case, then why would it say, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God? Because Yahweh Shai was right there with him. Yahweh Shai was right there. He was right there. And we're gonna read down to 14, where it says, and the Word became flesh. And then we're gonna read, after the brother Eliah brings it out, then we're gonna read how his own received him not. Right? All right, so let's go get this. All right, Salakim, John. All right, so in the beginning was the Word, which is talking about Yahweh Shai, and the Word was with God, meaning Yahweh Shai was with Yahweh, which is his Father, and the Word was God. Okay, and the same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. All right, and that here, let's just keep reading. All right, there was a man, verse 6. There was a man sent from Yahweh whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but he was sent to bear witness of that light. So St. John was sent to bear witness of Yahweh Shai, right? That was the true light which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Okay? Right? So this is talking about Yahweh Shai right there in 10. He was in the world. Why? Because he was born into the world from his mother and father, right? And the world was made by him. So Yahweh Shai, just like, all right, it says in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. All right, so Yahweh Shai is him, and the Elohim made the powers, and the world knew him not. And still to this day, the world does not know him. Why does the world not know him? Because they know Jesus, who can't be known because he doesn't exist. You can't know Jesus. He don't exist, man. Right? So you cannot know Jesus. You can't know him. Everything these Christians do is in vain, man. They think they paying for their blessings and all this, putting money in a collection plate. All you doing is keeping the business running and talking to the fucking air. Jumping up and down, screaming shit that you don't even know what's going on. All right, so look, dig this. He came to, okay, so we actually going, because we're going to come back to 11, because I believe the brother Eliah is about to bring that out. All right, now look. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory as the glory of the only begotten Father, full of grace and truth. Right? So that word that was made flesh is talking about Yahweh Shai. But he came as the word. That's how John, what is that, 5 and, what was that? What just went to? John 5 and 45. Right. So right here at 46, at John 5 and 46, for had ye believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. Now, if Moses wrote the first 5 books of the Bible, how could he possibly write of Yahweh Shai? Because he's the word, man. Because he's the word. He literally came as the walking word, doing no sin. That's why this Bible is perfect. Yahweh Shai came as the perfect word, man, without blemish and without sin. Right? That's why it says right here in 14, and the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory. That's the same word that's right here in John 1 and 1. It's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. Right? So now let's go in and hear out the brother Eliah, and we'll go into the script on what he brings out. Right?
Fulfill the law, and they say that means that the law is done away with.
Give me Luke 24.
But ultimately, Yahweh Shai was created, like you said, to be the sacrifice for us, to show us that we can do. And this is Matthew 19 and 26, where he said, when it says, but Yahweh Shai beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with Yahweh all things are possible. Right? And that's the statement he was referring to.
Okay, so lock him. He went into something else. I haven't even watched the video. I'm just trying to remember it, but
See, in your flesh, by yourself, you can never.
maybe he said it before. I don't know. Let me see.
On earth through the word. It's true, and we hold on to it.
Matter of fact, that's the end of the statement that Yahweh Shai made. He said, had ye believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me.
That's right.
Right? So those that truly claim to know the scriptures, you should see Yahweh Shai all throughout it, man.
And then how did he write of him? John 1. The word became flesh.
Right.
The word became flesh. The word became flesh. What Moses had teach and wrote down for the children of Israel, it became flesh. And he didn't die to do away with it. He died for the sacrifice of the elect. He came on earth through the word to show the Israelites we can do it. We can do it. Yeah, we may fall short, but we can do it. That's what he was set on earth for. He wasn't set on earth for y'all to keep sinning and do away with the law. No, he was set on earth for an example. Like, look, disciples, I did the law. Y'all can do it. And you know what? Since I gotta go, Lord, don't destroy all Israel. Let me save the elect saved. That's what he died for. He didn't die for the world to keep sinning and not living by the law. You Christians lost your goddamn mind.
Really,
Christians lost your goddamn mind.
Really, though.
Lost your goddamn mind.
People, and they live in and like, oh, well, he's gonna forgive it. He loves the sinner too.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. Why would he love the sinner if you over there you doing things he don't like?
Why would he love him? Why would he love the sinner when he made the law? The law is transgressing. The sin is transgressing of the law. So he made a law for a reason. He made a law for us to abide by it. So he don't love sin. Fucking niggas. Go ahead, brother.
Because you made the statement, Yahweh Shai came as the law. Because Christianity uses that he came as the law to fulfill the law, and they say that means that the law is done away with.
Give me Luke 24.
But ultimately, Yahweh Shai was created, like you said, to be the sacrifice for us, to show us that we can do it. And this is Matthew 19 and 26, when he said, when it says, but Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with Yahweh all things are possible, right? And that's the statement he was referring to, man. See, in your flesh, by yourself, you can never keep the law perfectly, man. But with Yahweh putting the spirit upon you and dealing with you,
Still can't keep it perfect.
no.
But we can rehearse the righteous acts. Judges 5 and 11.
Right.
No man on earth can say they keep the law perfectly. Yahweh Shah only fulfilled that, man.
That's right.
Yahweh Shah only fulfilled that. For us to what? Rehearse the righteous acts. Rehearse what he's done. Rehearse no sin. Rehearse not breaking the Sabbath. Rehearse not fucking being wicked towards brother. Rehearse not using a brother. Rehearse sacrifices. We're here to rehearse all of that what Yahweh Shah has done. And if you don't take that in your life, you're not part of the elect. Point blank period.
Doctor, when you go into that word rehearse, it means to practice.
Ah.
And what's the common thing that they say in the world? You gotta practice
Make person. Practice make person.
Practice what you preach as well.
And practice make
In
person.
this case, it's gotta be practice what you preach, because if you up here on the cloud and you speaking these things, you preaching these things, but you're not doing them, then you're not practicing what you preach.
And then, laying back on the brother say, practice what you preach. And you also got to practice to perfect it. We preach it, but you also got to practice to perfect it in your spirit, man. Because once you perfect it, you ain't got to practice what you preach. It's in you. You walking in it. It's in you. You're walking in it. You ain't got to practice what you preach. When you live and the Lord is dealing with you through the Spirit, you're going to walk in it, man. You're going to walk in it. And you're going to be an example to those around you, man. If you give your whole heart spiritually to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. But a lot of J's ain't did that. A lot of J's scared to do that.
Damn, I was looking for.
Brother, you said, about brothers being scared to do certain things in the spirit. That's just right here.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Yeah, maybe I passed it. Maybe so.
Rehearse the righteous acts.
Let me see.
Told y'all great wonders. Y'all that they don't believe. Or they don't fully feel like that man has a spirit.
That's right.
But hey, that's going to be upon them because the Lord sent who he sent. It may not be fit for you and your wicked spirit, but it's fit for the Lord. You know, it's fit for the Lord.
And Yahweh Shah, he said that. He said,
Her head is cracked.
he said, Yahweh Shah said, had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me. Yahweh Shah himself had to say that because he knew the generation.
Well, maybe he didn't come out with the scripture I was looking for. Maybe not. But however, even when Yahweh Shah had went into his own, like it says right here, in verse 11, let me make it a different color. All right. So this is John 1 and 11. It says, he came into his own, and his own received him not. Right? But as many as received him, to them he gave power to become the sons of Yahweh, even to them that believed on his name. Okay? So look, check it out. When it says he came into his own and his own received him not, we're going to find that in Matthew 12. Nope, it's 13. Right here at the bottom. Yeah, alright, so look, as you can see, it's titled The Rejection, right? So, it's Matthew 13 and 54. And when he come into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished and said, when has this man had this wisdom and these mighty works? Is he not the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary? And his brethren James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas, and his sisters? Are they not all with us? Whence then had this man all these things? meaning all this wisdom. And they were offended in him, but Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor in his own country and in his own house. And he did not many mighty works there because of their unbelief. All right, now we're going to read this 57 in the, read it in the NLT. All right. So let's check it out. This is what he was getting at. Yeah, come on now. All right. All right, and they were deeply offended and refused to believe in him. So the people didn't even believe in Yahushua, you know. So they didn't believe in the walking word when he dwelt, walking the earth, man, teaching and healing, you know, his own people where he was from. You see, and Yahushua told them, a prophet is honored everywhere except in his own hometown and amongst his family. So he only did a few miracles there because of their unbelief. There you go, man. That's his own received him not, man. Right? All right, so look, Mark 6 and 8. All right. Look, he said it again, twice. We're reading the KJV first. All right. All right. All right, the rejection in Nazareth, once again, Mark 6. And he went out from thence and came into his own country, and his disciples followed them. Salakim, if you hear my daughter, go watch a movie, baby. And when he went out from thence and came into his own country, his disciples followed him. And when the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue. And many hearing him were astonished, saying, from whence had this man these things? Meaning the wisdom. For what wisdom is this which is given unto him, that even such mighty works are wrought by his hands? Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joses and of Judah and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us? And they were offended at him. But Yahushua said unto him, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country, and among his own kin, and in his own house. And he could there do no mighty work, save that he laid his hands upon a few sick folk and healed them. And he marveled because of their unbelief, and went around the villages teaching. So he was in awe, man. He was shocked that they was on this type of time, you know. He was shocked. He said he marveled because of their unbelief. Like, damn, wow, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know? So, yeah. Let's go on and read that in the NLT, and then we'll shut it down. All right, I won't read the whole thing, but all right. Well, I'll read to 7. That's fine. Or yeah, I'll read it. This is Mark 6 and 1. And Yahushua left that part of the country and returned with his disciples to Nazareth, his hometown. Salakia, brothers. Salakia. Been a little day. Verse 2. The next Sabbath he began teaching in the synagogue, and many who heard him were amazed. They asked, where did he get all this wisdom and the power to perform such miracles? Then they scoffed. He's just a carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James, Joseph, and Judas, and Simon. And his sisters live here among us. They were deeply offended and refused to believe in him. Then Yahushua told them, a prophet is honored everywhere except in his hometown and among his relatives and his own family. So you can see how the 2/3 even rejected him then, man. Those same spirits that rejected Yahushua then are here now, man. They won't listen. The same spirits that was back then when Moses came down from Mount Sinai, the same spirits where he had to put the veil over his face to show them the ignorant Israel, stupid Israel back then are here too. You know? But this is just a couple topics from camp. That's what I'm gonna name the video, Salakia.